Good morning, everybody. First, I would like to thank Epalmo, City of Rome, Audi for organizing this event and giving me a chance to participate in such important topic worldwide. I'm going to talk about Audi CDS experience in MENA region for the last 6 years. Also, I would like to thank Mr. William for paving the way for me to start and put my presentation in a concrete stand. CDS initiated by World Bank, City Alliance, and its partners in late 1980s. Now, more than 100 cities worldwide have joined the program. The share of MENA region is less than 10 cities. Okay, City Alliance approach, just to see the approach, how City Alliance is tackling this problem. The City Alliance promotes action in 2 areas. First, formulation of city development strategy, CDS, which includes the following. 1, local economic development, that to create jobs, to alleviate poverty. 2 is to improve urban governance and management, and that is a key issue. I think we need to discuss it in more detail today. 3, systematic and sustainable reduction in urban poverty, because they are linked together, 2 and 3. The second main issue is city-wide slum upgrading. And from our experience, I can tell you that in many Arab cities, more than 50% of the population living in squatter areas. Okay, as I said, City Alliance and the World Bank help us in Arab Urban Development Institute, you see, to establish city development strategy facility within Audi. It was established in 2005 with financial support from City Alliance, World Bank, OPEC, and Audi. The purpose of the grant is to establish a capability within Audi to assist regional towns and cities in understanding city development strategy, CDS. I assure you now, after 6 years, the culture of city development strategy is well known in all Arab countries. Also to enable Audi to serve as a regional center for CDS-related knowledge management, serving Middle East and North Africa, MENA cities. Along this line, Audi, with the support of City Alliance, has helped some cities in the region to join its CDS program, e.g. Aden, Alexandria, Amman. I just stress on Amman. Amman is the only city up to now has managed to successfully to implement what the outcomes of the CDS. Sana'a, Aleppo, and others have started. Irbid, Zarqa, Tafila, Hama, yet others have been approached by Audi to join the program. The main objectives of the city development strategy facility within Audi are a cost-effective facility, regional center will be created that will accumulate a wide spectrum of experience, which will always be ready, available to assist MENA cities to prepare CDS program. And as William said, that is not the end of the story. The main role should be at the doorsteps of the mayors to serve as a regional center for relaying CDS-related information and a knowledge base on relevant urban development issues to benefit all MENA cities, professionals, and research institutes by means of capacity building. 3, a special section on Audi website featuring materials and guidance on the CDS in Arabic will be facilitated dissemination of information to all stakeholders and will provide a medium for interaction among parties involved in different countries. And the site is now well established, and everybody can go and visit it and get used and know how the system is working. 3 regional workshops will be held to bring together professionals and policymakers from different countries to discuss and exchange experiences regarding common challenges and successes, as well as particular ones. These 3 had been accomplished, and the outcome, I will just, by the end of my presentation, I will mention them to you. See, let us talk now about city development strategy. The city development strategy is an action plan for equitable growth in cities to provide the quality of life for all citizens, developed and sustained through participation of all partners. And this is a very key issue, because if everybody is considering that city development strategy is his own, then he will do his best to keep it, to maintain it for the next generation. The goals of CDS include a collective city vision, an action plan aimed at. Vision is very important because that, as Mr. Williams said, will give the city a chance to plan for 20, 30 years. Local economic development that increases employment opportunities and wider services. 2, improving urban governance and management, e.g. decision-making, equitable resources allocation, sound financial management, accountability. These are very key issues, you see, for governance. Systematic and sustained reduction in urban poverty. Of the CDS experience, MENA region for the last 6 years, what are the constraints facing Audi? Centralization across the region and its negative impact on CDS. To little or no response to Audi to join the CDS program, with some exception. That was at the beginning, but as I said, now the culture is spread all over the region. Lack of legislation, or if they are available, are rarely implemented. And this is, I don't know how we are going to solve it, because without legislation, putting on the table legislation, implement them, you cannot do anything. If you have a project, that project definitely needs legislation to be as a law to be implemented. Not only that, it needs money. It's not lump sum. It has to be clearly stated. The sources of this money coming from where? Lack of data or trustful ones. This is also a real problem in all Arab countries. CDS is based on information. Because if you are planning in your home, you should have information to plan for your home. Otherwise, you cannot do anything. You cannot implement it. So there is lack of information. Fewer trained professionals in CDS. That is easy job can be done because our European partner can help us in doing that. Okay, see, now I just try to give information with regard to population in the region. I just selected some part of the countries. For example, Egypt. This is from 2005 to 2050. Egypt by 2050 will be about 121 million. Algeria will be about 50 million. Saudi Arabia will be about 45. Morocco will be about 42 or 43. Syria will be about 35. Tunisia will be about 13, sorry. United Arab Emirates will be about 9 million. Kuwait about 4. Lebanon about 5. And Qatar about 300. This table shows urban population, which is concerning us actually. number of cities, and percentage of urban population in Arab countries. This is projection in 2005. There is another one coming after this, 2015, we'll see. For example, Algeria, it has only one city which is between 1 million and 5 million, and two cities between 500,000 and 1 million. Fuse and 500,000 is about 39 cities. Okay, this first city, which is between 1 million and 5 million, it has about 17% of the total population of the country. And four has, all cities, urban areas had about 33% of the total population. Of Egypt has about 35, has one city which is more than 1 million, 10 million. And one city is about between 1 million and 5 million, and two cities and so on. That constitutes 35% from the total population of cities. And so on the rest of the table. This is very useful if people want to plan for the future. This is up to the same, but up to 2015. And it is very clear that the region is going towards urbanization. Here is one of the key areas in the region, water and sanitation. Water and sanitation. The region is one of the poorest regions in the world in water. And till now, people are not serious to how to plan for the future because they need new sources of water, you see, to plan for. Anyhow, this will give, it's a matter of time, I cannot show any slide. Okay. Now we should go for the status quo of water and sanitation in MENA region. A scarcity of water resources in the region on one hand, and the population increase, and lack of regularity of use on the other. The situation is worsened by the differences in regulation and legislation at national and local levels. There is contradiction here between the national policy and the regional policy when it is regard to water. In general, a third of the region population does not have access to safe drinking water supply. It is even worse in the sanitation sector. 60 to 80% of the population in the region use unhygienic method of human waste disposal. Okay, recommendation. I have two kinds of recommendation. Recommendation one, these recommendations were the outcomes of tens of conferences, workshops, symposiums, and meetings. One, capacity building for municipalities staff in CDS-related issues. Two, the need to establish local urban observatories. That is a key issue because without information, you cannot do any development. Three, to set forward legislation that guarantee a proper implementation of CDS program and projects. Without legislation, you cannot implement anything. Four, the budget needed to materialize projects and the sources of that budget. Five, who will be responsible to implement the CDS project? From our experience, we found that cities plan, make urban planning, but they don't put the budget for that, and it has no law, and who is going to do it, who is going to follow, who is going to monitor? None. By the end of the day, it turned to be squatter, unfortunately. Six, municipalities should be given the chance to form their policies, decision-making, financial, and spending priorities, collecting revenues, and extra. Monitoring, follow-up, evaluating, and amending projects. This is very important. Project sustainability. MENA cities are requested to create linkages with counter cities on Northern Mediterranean, regional and international financial institutions, regional and international related organizations, donors, and with their national regional, and cities as well to facilitate the implementation of the CDS project. Finally, recommendation 2, the need to consider integrating a disaster protection and mitigation as a component of CDS facility within Audi. This is very important because, unfortunately, in the absence of proper planning in the past century, cities are built on dry streams of rainwater, and water can come anytime to its stream. And this is what is happening. Some of the people who are in squatter areas live in marginal areas, which could be landfill. I call that disaster hidden dimension. It is all across the Arab world, it is there. Two, to consider urban regeneration of historic areas in MENA region cities as a CDS component. We all know in almost the majority of Arab cities, the old center is historical. You find some of them more than 7,000 years ago. Now it is a slum area. You cannot talk about developing the city as a whole and decreasing or solving the problem of squatter without solving the core of the. Thank you very much for listening.